My petite modest girlies. Some of your outfit choices might actually be making you look shorter without you realizing it. So here are some tips that helped me dress my petite body a little bit easier. So the first thing that we think of whenever we think of dressing more modestly is to size up. But being a petite, it works a little bit differently. Since our bodies are already petite compared to the regular sizes that we see in stores, usually everything in general is way bigger than what our bodies are. Sizing up doesn't have to mean that you now look frumpy. So, in order to avoid looking frumpy, when you're trying to size up, make sure that the proportions of whatever you're wearing, like the blouse or a dress, that they're actually according to your body type or slightly looser, that's fine. But if it's too loose or too long, then you will end up looking frumpy. So, the first mistake that I've always made, and I still sometimes do, is wearing clothes that are too long or too big for my body. So, just because you want to dress modestly doesn't mean that you have to drown yourself in fabric. So, make sure that whatever you're sizing up in, at least it is proportionate to your body so it's not overwhelming your frame. You can always style it in a way that would look more proportionate to your body. We have talked about this in my previous video, so if you have missed it, you can always go back and look at that, and there are a few tips that helped me with that. That's my number one mistake when it comes to dressing more modestly. The second thing is, being a petite, we usually gear away from prints because we think it's gonna overwhelm our frame and it's not gonna look good. But actually, if you dress just with plain colors, it will be way more difficult and you will always feel like something is missing. That's what happened with me. So once I started wearing a little bit more prints, and they don't have to be like too big. So the trick with the prints is that if you're petite, try to pick smaller prints. Just because you're petite, you don't entirely have to give up on prints and little fun details in your outfit. So make sure that you incorporate that into your outfits because it makes it look so much more, it makes dressing so much more fun. Another mistake I used to always make was picking the wrong hem length. So initially I thought, you know what, not every brand has a petite line. So whenever I used to see pants, skirts, or dresses that were cropped for like regular length people, I used to think that is the perfect thing, and I used to buy that a lot as well. But over time, I realized that they don't really fit perfectly. I don't know, I couldn't pinpoint what it was, but like whole outfit looked very odd and I couldn't pinpoint what it was. But once I realized that it could be the hem length of my pants or dresses or skirts, then I feel like that was such a big thing because now when I wear those same items, I can see the problem. Whenever I used to dress myself, I kept changing outfits after outfits, and dressing used to take me so long because I couldn't figure out what was off with each item. For example, I've had like linen pants that were cropped. It's so people that are average height and they wear the cropped, it hits at the perfect length for them. But when we wear it, it's not full length on us, but it is also not cropped. It's like a in between length, which makes it very difficult to wear because whenever you wear it, it doesn't look good. In my opinion, I've actually bought so many pants because I thought this was the perfect length for me, and I used to even look for cropped pants. But since I've realized I can't unsee it now, if I cannot find petite pants, then I just buy the regular length and try to make it my own. But even then, the proportions sometimes are a little bit off, not because of the length, because of where the knee cap falls. I don't know. This might be a little bit weird, but there are some pants dress pants actually, that I've bought, and it's just like, I feel like you can see where the knee, like where they thought the knee will come, and is just like a little bit baggier towards there, and then it becomes a little bit slimmer or wider from there. So yeah, pay attention to your hem lengths, because that could be the issue. And finally, wearing bulky layers. Right now it's summer, so you most likely won't be making this mistake. But when it was winter or fall, I used to make this mistake all the time. Wearing bulky layers and then wondering why it doesn't look good on me when it looked really good on Pinterest or on creators that I used to see on TikTok. But I realized, so for me personally, for me, I feel I look better with a layered look, compared to just a simple shirt or dress. But since because I like the different colors showing from, like, the first layer and then the second layer. But I used to make this mistake, and I used to wonder why it looks so off on me, compared to regular people, or even other petite women that I used to see on Pinterest, for example, and their layered outfits would look so cohesive and nice. So I start noticing, so I actually start studying these little the pictures on Pinterest and seeing what was it that was making their outfits more cohesive compared to the ones I was putting together. And I found out that it was the layers. They were too big. So I realized if I want to add color, or if I want to layer, they have to be thin. So you have to start with like very thin layers. For other people it might look too thin, but actually for us, these thinner layers, even if you have like 2 or 3, it will make a huge difference. Like the thickness of your material, or what type of material you're using, can make or break your outfit. So pay attention to the thickness of each fabric that you use when layering. Let me know if these tips helped you out, and comment below one of any of your tips that changed the way you dress now as a petite woman. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time.